Welcome back. Now, it's been almost 2 years since the entire world went into lockdown, of course, for the very first time due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot's changed since then, especially our focus on proper hand hygiene.
Project Maji, an NGO focused on providing access to clean water on a global scale, has introduced a low-touch, foot-operated hand-washing station to promote proper hygiene in Africa and around the world.
That is right. And they're here at Expo 2020 Dubai presenting their innovative solutions called the Maji Bucket as part of the Global Best Practice Programme. Let's find out a bit more.
Nelson Mandela said it is in our hands to create a better world for all who live in it. The truth is, if you want to see change for the better, then you will have to take things into your own hands. And that is exactly what Sunil Lalvani did when he witnessed two small Ghanaian children drinking water from a dirty puddle on the side of the road. Upset and enraged, he was moved to action. He founded Project Maji, an initiative delivering safe drinking water in rural sub-Saharan Africa. Water shortages are an issue in Africa, causing poverty, spreading disease and burdening families. Africa is the second driest continent in the world, and millions of Africans suffer water shortages. In fact, 50% of Africans face water stress and water scarcity. Families and communities with no access to clean, easily accessible water remain locked in poverty for generations. Children drop out of school and parents struggle to survive. Sadly, women and children are the most affected. They are most susceptible to disease caused by dirty water, and they have to bear the burden of carrying water for their families. Access to clean water will change everything. It is a stepping stone to development. So, a Dubai-based entrepreneur, Sunil Lalvani, set about achieving his dream to make sure that every child has clean water to drink. He founded an initiative, Maji, whose fundamental objective was to ensure access to safe water across rural Africa. The NGO's Ghanaian team came up with the Maji Bucket solution. Maji set about building self-sufficient water kiosks. Maji means water in Swahili, and the Maji Bucket was an invention to curb the spread of bacteria, delivering safe hand hygiene practices. The blue plastic bucket, assembled from local products, makes for a low-tech and efficient hand-washing station. It keeps the contact points down using a pedal-operated tap. In 2020, COVID-19 spread, and doctors recommended hand hygiene as a safeguard against infection. Sunil realised there was a need for soap and water. So the next aim was to distribute the Maji buckets with bars of soap and hand-washing techniques to those who did not have access to hand hygiene essentials. So far, 75,000 people across Maji's Ghana communities have had lessons in cleaning hands. The unique and innovative Maji bucket is being showcased at Expo 2020 Dubai as part of the Global Best Practice Programme. This will help bring visibility to his grassroots initiative and innovation designed to be shared worldwide. So it seems that Maji is building bridges to poorer communities in need by extending their hands. Now is the time for us all to join our hands with our hearts, because as we can see, the future is in our hands. So let's keep them clean.
Extraordinary project. Now, time for a Tom fact. Did you know that 2.1 billion people on the planet Earth don't have access to clean drinking water, and 4 billion have less water than they need at least 1 month of the year?
Yes, the work being done by Project Maji and the impact they are making is truly remarkable. They're operating 82 solar-powered water kiosks in the sub-Saharan African region and are on a mission to provide 1 million people access to clean drinking water by 2025.
Now let's find out a little bit more about the unique Maji solution, if you like, how it works and the impact it's made so far. Joining us in the studio today to share more is the man with the plan, the man behind Project Maji. Sunil Lalvani joins us here this morning. Good morning to you, Sunil.
Good morning, John. That's right.
Great to have you on board, and I mean, congratulations for everything that you've achieved. How, I don't want to say important is probably the wrong word, but how the pandemic has obviously opened our eyes to the importance of hand washing, but something that you've been preaching for a lot longer.
So Project Maji, meaning water in Swahili, as we saw in the documentary earlier, we've been about providing access to clean water to communities because they don't have it. And that water comes with obviously drinking and clean health and sanitation and hygiene. And we always heard during the pandemic the importance of washing your hands with soap. But a lot of people forgot with soap you need water. And it's all very well providing soap to these people if you don't have water. So yes, we have to give an all-encompassing solution, which is what we've been doing, giving access to water, soap, and now a solution where they can actually learn and efficiently wash their hands.
We're going to find out about the 5-day campaign in just a bit, but before that I want to know a little bit more about Project Maji, because it was founded in 2015 after you watched the shocking but all true scene of children gathering water from roadside puddles, which is honestly heartbreaking. But how did you come up with the business idea and strategy to tackle this critical social issue in a sustainable way?
So I come from a business background, a family business background, and the business is in electronics. So putting those two together, when I saw that a solution that's been traditionally been given to communities for years is the hand pump. Now the hand pump had its place in the world 20, 50, 100 years ago, frankly. But with the technologies we have today, it was just, to me, frankly absurd that this is the way that people are tackling this issue. From an electronics background, we had a solar division in our business, and actually I challenged a couple of my solar engineers, look, why don't we come and help this community where they had a broken hand pump? Let's replace that with a solar-powered solution. And so we came up with a sustainable solution, which is going to be technically sustainable because of the solar power and the background we're putting behind it, environmentally sustainable because of the solar power, and to ensure that it's going to be around for 5 or 10 years or longer, it had to be financially sustainable as well. And from a business background, that's a skill I think I brought to the solution as well, to make sure that we have an organisation to run this.
I love that. I love you bringing your tech background, your business background, but also utilising something as simple as a bucket that's been around since time immemorial and yet can make such a difference to people's lives.
And this is what I think we bring to the table, because we've been an electronics and tech business in Africa. And often when people talk about innovation, it's about bringing the latest, most expensive, most fancy gadget to the market. But to me, it's really about bringing the most appropriate solution to the market. And why go with overkill when? And actually, the Maji bucket was designed to be built and repaired and maintained within the harshest rural environments. And you saw in the video that it's a foot-operated pump. It's actually a bicycle handbrake. I don't know if you could see that from the video, but that is something that is available across the world in every village. That if it breaks, you just buy a bicycle handbrake and you can replace it, and that operates a tap. To me, that's great innovation. It's not expensive. It's not the latest iPhone, but it's what they need.
You teamed up with a social influencer, an activist, and an athlete to come on board as one of your ambassadors, and she's also spearheading your 5-day campaign, Sweat for Soap. Why did you pick Manal? And tell us quickly about the campaign if you can.
So today is Global Hand Washing Day.
And it's just a coincidence that you're here on that particular day.
It's great timing for that. And we have another influencer as well, another ultra runner called Mina Guli. So last year she actually founded the Sweat for Soap campaign, which is a week of walking or running, a global social media campaign. People can get onto that, hashtag Sweat for Soap, register. And then every kilometre that you walk or run during this week gets matched against a donation of soap. So so far, I think we've reached about 250,000 bars of soap that we can donate to Ghana. And Manal is spearheading this. She was in Ghana earlier this week. She ran with some of our team members, ran with some of the community in Ghana to again just bring awareness to this. But ran with multi-faith communities as well, because she's also the face of the Nike hijab as well. So the best way I can describe her, and I think you got her on later, is she's a force of nature.
Yeah.
Basically, she is a fantastic human being, a fantastic athlete, and she believes in what we're doing. She believes in giving back to Africa. So we're really proud to have her on board as ambassador.
And hopefully we can catch up with Manal Rustam at some point in the next couple of weeks. Sunil, unfortunately we've run short of time. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. And hopefully you meet your target of giving clean drinking water to 1 million people by 2025. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good on you, Sunil. Thank you so much indeed for being with us. And listen, in a bid to raise awareness and promote hand washing in Ghana, Sunil and his team have joined forces with the social activist and Dubai-based Egyptian-born athlete Manal Rustam, as mentioned.
Manal is Egypt's most prominent marathon runner and has secured many world firsts for Arab and Egyptian women, including being the first Egyptian to complete 5 out of 6 world marathon majors. She's been named in Forbes' top 50 most powerful women and is an avid mountaineer, having scaled Mount Blanc and Mount Kilimanjaro. Here's more on Manal.
Manal Rustam is a courageous marathoner and mountaineer who has completed 13 marathons and is the first Egyptian woman to run the Great Wall of China and summit Mont Blanc. Now, she is creating waves again and running for soap and clean water along the Volta River in Ghana as part of the hashtag Sweat for Soap campaign. This time, her energy and stamina will secure a cleaner and healthier future for millions of people who are unfortunate enough to not have access to simple necessities.
My name is Manal Rustam. I'm a Dubai-based marathoner and mountaineer. I'm Egyptian, so I come from Africa. I belong to the continent, and that's why I'm very, very, very keen to do a lot of community work and to raise awareness about hand hygiene, hand washing facilities around the continent.
For every kilometer Manal runs, 1 bar of soap will be donated to communities in need. Manal and her team will stride out from a community without clean water to a village containing Maji buckets installed with soap. Access to clean water and soap matters in countries lacking safe and effective vaccines. The WHO declared that hand washing with water and soap is the most effective intervention in the fight against the pandemic. But in sub-Saharan Africa, simple things like access to water and soap remain unobtainable.
As you might have known, October 15th is Global Hand Washing Day, which means that we're trying to raise awareness about the importance of hand hygiene and hand washing. We're here in Ghana raising awareness about this important cause, and we hope that you can all join us by joining us in the Sweat for Soap campaign. For every 1 kilometer ran, we're going to be donating 1 bar of soap to rural areas in Africa and in Ghana. So don't forget, put on your running shoes and let's go.
Mass distributions of soap are urgently required to help fight against diseases and the pandemic. Leading us on this journey to discover the needs of the communities in Africa is Manal Rustam. She is bringing our attention to the requirements of sanitized water, cleaner hands, and a pandemic-free future. This time, every step she takes will ensure a cleaner solution for the villagers in dire need of such essential items as soap. Project Maji, a non-governmental water organization, will present its pandemic-related solution at Expo 2020 Dubai's Global Best Practice Program.